Today on Karratha Chronicles, I sat down with Jordan James. His story is one about transformation and resilience, going from battling a drug addiction at an early age to becoming the Pilbara's most successful real estate professional. Jordan's journey isn't just about business, it's about rebuilding a life and finding purpose. Ready? Take two.
Take two. Good to see you.
Good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, like I said, I love your dress.
Thank you.
Love that you dressed for me.
Yeah, I did, definitely.
Might offer you a job by the end of this.
Hopefully. That's what I'm going for. That's the vibe I'm trying to throw out, you know? Dress for the job you want.
We need a better beard in our office.
Oh,
I don't quite pull it off. Yeah.
Your beard's all right. You can grow a good beard.
I can, yeah. It gets a bit like yellowy now. I don't know.
Mine goes red.
I'm over 30 now. Yeah.
What about Dylan? Can he grow a beard?
I don't know. Like he sort of just gets the stubble and then he culls it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because there's actually a client that used to think we were brothers. Yeah, it was the funniest thing. He honestly thought we were brothers, and I was like, "No, we're not." And he's like, "But you look the same." I'm like, "No."
How long's Dylan worked there for?
5 years at
good.
Realmark in February.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's had a good run.
That is a good run.
Yeah,
Awesome.
He's doing very well.
Yeah.
Very, very proud of what he's doing.
Good
at the moment. Great guy. Yeah. Hilarious.
Yeah. So I wanted to get you on here to tell your story and your real estate journey, and you know how you started Realmark and everything. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So my first question I've got for you is, if Karratha was a house, what style would it be?
I would say the 1975 Bulgara house.
Oh,
yeah,
it's good one.
Yeah, it is. We sell a lot of them, and they're like a sneaky favourite of ours.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in Bulgara, because you see some really awesome renovations. And I think Karratha is like a bit of a mining town, and those houses were built by Rio back in the day.
Yeah.
Or Hammersley Iron, I think they were.
Oh yeah, it was too.
So I think.
Were you around for the Hammersley Iron time?
Well, I mean, I obviously started in the 70s. I was born in 95, so
95.
so not really.
Yeah.
But we came to Karratha in maybe 1999, I think.
Oh, wow.
2000, yeah.
So you were 5?
Yeah.
Or 6?
Yeah, I was a wee man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up here?
It's good, yeah. It's different to now. I think, we just didn't have... I remember back then, sporting options was T-ball, cricket, footy, soccer. And, I played a lot of soccer.
Yeah.
And, back then it was mixed, girls and boys, which is fine. And then it was, up to under 12s. And then once you did under 12s, it was straight to under 19s. So, you'd be, playing against these, men and then be, a 13-year-old.
Holy shit.
So I remember that. Made you be a better player, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Made you pass the ball a lot more.
Yeah. Don't hang on to it. Yeah. And then, there was that. And then now it's they've got rugby, they've got, women's league. There's just so much more. So I think, obviously, that happens with the population growth. And I think the city's done, a really good job in developing the town over the last sort of 20 years, I reckon.
Yeah.
Everyone will have their opinion on that, but I think they've done quite well. It's a good place to live. Even just the footpaths and stuff you see around town, none of that stuff wasn't around when we were growing up. It was just ride your bike down the ditch and
get hurt.
Yeah. Watch out for the gully monster. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's the thing here.
Yeah, but I think back then you ride your bikes all weekend, and I think the other thing that comes to mind is Thursday night, late night shopping.
Oh yeah.
Centro was open till 9, and everyone would just gather there after school.
Oh, that was the place to hang.
That was the place to hang.
No way.
Yep. And that Thursday night there, Saturday all day there, and going to the town pool, because the pool was where the quarter was.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah. And that was kind of what you did, and then played your sport.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sport.
And everyone just would congregate at someone's house.
You strike me as more of an AFL sort of guy.
Yeah, I do love AFL.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think my older brothers, play for the Falcons. My oldest brother's played over 200 games for the Falcons.
Wow.
So he's
well done.
Yeah, that's a solid effort.
Yeah.
He won't retire. He's going to go off on a stretcher. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of got into round ball and I enjoyed it and I was quite good at it. And I think it sort of came to the point where I had to choose between one or the other. And I was like, well, I like soccer more.
Yeah. Well, soccer's a good sport.
Yeah, it's good.
It's quite hard.
It is. Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah.
It's not as
I always want to
grab it.
Yeah.
Handball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your favourite thing about Karratha?
Oh, I think it's still just a big, small town. I love, for me, I go to the shops and I just always see people I know and, hey, how are you? And
everyone waves.
I think, it's still a good feel place. Summers are getting hotter.
Yes.
But like this last few months, like through winter, the weather's amazing. Like obviously spent a lot of time in Geraldton as well. And it's freezing and windy and just disgusting.
The wind down there.
Yeah. Like all the trees are on the piss.
Yeah.
They actually are. So I think like, yeah, obviously the weather and the small town feel, and just probably looking around now at being 30 now, it's a lot of people I went to school with are still here.
Yeah.
I think that's just like an interesting dynamic now. And so it is just a big country town still, regardless of what's going on with mining and that.
Yeah.
There's still some core people
Still
here.
local.
Yeah, still local place. Yeah.
I like that about it. It's good.
Definitely. Yeah.
So tell me about your journey into real estate. How did that begin?
So it started when I pretty much got expelled from St. Luke's.
Wait. Okay. What happened there? What did you do?
Oh, I think that I was like smoking at school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah,
I think
that'll do
I
it.
wasn't like a naughty kid. I just wasn't academic, or I wasn't that interested in going to class and doing stuff.
Yeah.
I was more into the social side of things. Hence why I got into real estate. So yeah, like did that. Worked at the airport for a year, just loading planes. Like I was 16. Just had mum and dad were just like, yeah, get a job if you're going to leave school. I was like, all right, no worries. So I did that, and then because I was playing soccer, I was playing overseas in Borneo and Kuala Lumpur for WA, and there was a lady one of the parents from one of the other kids was there, and we were just chatting on the bus one day, and she's like, what are you doing with yourself? And I'm like, honestly, I just work in an airport. I
don't care.
I'm not doing much.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Just some context, which is quite funny for people that know me, is like I did some work experience when I was at school. I went to like one of the campies, I think it was.
Oh yeah, campies. Yeah.
Set myself on fire twice, like when I was grinding.
Good start.
And I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
And then obviously uni wasn't going to happen. So she just said, you should get into real estate on the bus, because we were just talking, I was 16-year-old talking to a 30,
an adult.
40-year-old woman, an adult, like having a good conversation. And she said she should get into real estate. And so I did, and I came back from that tournament that was in Geraldton. And 2 weeks later, flew down, moved down, left home.
No way.
And
that's cool.
Started in real estate. Yeah, I started as a receptionist and as a trainee.
So you knew what you sort of wanted to get into it. That was
I
your
just
avenue?
fell in. Yeah, I just didn't have any other options to be honest, and I was just willing to give something a go.
That's good.
My mum was actually in real estate a long time on the property management side of things.
Oh yeah.
But I just, because it's such a female-dominated space, like it just hadn't crossed my mind that I could do that.
Yeah.
And like growing up in Karratha, like get a trade, be a boilie.
Be a tradie.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then obviously through that work experience, I was like, it's not for me. Sorry, Dad. And then that's how it started. Yeah, literally, I was 17, I think, when I started. About there, I was pretty young, fresh-faced, doing reception. I did that for about 3 or 4 months.
That's really cool.
I was thrust into property managing.
So do you have to have like what sort of training do you have to do
honestly, to get your real estate ticket, it's like nothing.
Really?
Yeah, like you do a course, but like anyone could get it.
Yeah.
The real training in real estate starts from like finding coaches. Like there's actually real estate coaches who've maybe been in the industry a long time, and they leave, they go, I want to give back to the industry and coach salespeople on what to do and
that's good.
How to do it well. But like people do the course and they're like, oh yeah, I can do real estate. And you don't actually know anything. Like you got to get some experience.
That's tricky.
Yeah. The course doesn't teach you how to deal with people's emotions and how to deal with divorce and those types of things, which are very real in our game.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Who was your mentor or influence early on?
Very early on, I had a really old, an older gentleman was the director and principal at the time of Ray White, where I worked in Geraldton. And he was just good from like a don't do dumb stuff and like throw away your life in this opportunity. That's he was good from that. So like he'd literally just ring me because he was in a different office in another building. He'd ring me randomly, like, just come see me. And then he'd just sit with me and just ask how my life's going.
Oh, wow.
Because at the time I was had a partner who was pregnant as well. So like before I was 18. So that was pretty challenging. And I'm sure we'll talk about that in a minute. But so then I moved from that, and then Alex Waters is still a good friend and mentor of mine now. He actually had Realmark. This is before I was even on the radar of becoming Realmark Karratha, so he had it before me. But we'd worked together in a different company sort of later in the piece, and he was just a gun. Like in his first year in real estate here in Karratha, like he wrote like 900,000 in fees, which is like pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
Especially for a new person. So like he had all the skills and like, this is what you got to do. You've got to be ruthless with your time. You've got to be super efficient and just how to like deal with people and get your product knowledge up. So he was really instrumental in probably the product I am now. And And then from there, I've had more like a guy called Josh Fegan, he's definitely my favorite real estate coach. Go to his conferences, spend a lot of time with him in Sydney this year. And that's everything from like selling and growing a team to actually managing the business. And now I've got 30 odd staff. Like it's just complex at times.
Very complex.
A lot of moving parts. So yeah, but you've got to have people around you that have done what you want to do, or at least have done it on some level that can guide you there. So I've been very fortunate to have some amazing mentors.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's hard worked as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Having 30 staff, that's a dynamic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, lots of personalities, and and then Karratha presents different challenges. There's nowhere else in the world that I can think of. I was actually chatting to one of the other business owners in town, and I was like, "There's no other business in town or in Australia, a location besides the Pilbara, where you've got to have housing as like part of your retention strategy."
Yeah, that's
like
right.
there's a business cost that you've got to factor in if you want to keep people, because that's like what's funny when people are like, real estate agents pumping up the prices, rah, rah, rah. You see all that stuff. And I'm like, you do realize we're still a business and we still get impacted by, like, we're still a small business or a medium-sized business. Like, you still get impacted by everything else that's going on, like your retail shops and stuff. Like, we're actually no different.
Yeah.
I'd actually prefer the market to be a bit less crazy and just like, some growth and then, up and down a bit, but steady. Whereas like others, just always like,
it's a hard market.
Yeah. It's just,
it's up
and it
down.
moves so quick. Yeah. Like, the start of this year was just like very flat and kind of, is good, but wasn't crazy. And then like 2 months, like probably a month ago, just suddenly the switch was flicked.
Yeah.
And it was like, now we're on again. And, and the price is going. Yeah. That's right. Pretty crazy. Yeah.
So how's the property market changed since you started it?
Since I started Realmark 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
There was at that time there was just whispers that Woodside were going to do Scarborough to Browse and Pluto too. Like it was just kind of in the works. They hadn't had final investment decision yet. Perdaman wasn't on the radar yet in terms of publicly being talked about. I'm sure it was on the radar behind the scenes. Then probably like 6 or 12 months into our tenure, you start to hear those whispers, and then people go, "I'm going to jump in and take a punt." So buyer interest started to increase. Then we sort of thought, they did final investment decision. So it was like, everyone's ready to go. People are back buying. Rents were starting to creep up. And then you had COVID.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then COVID happened, which for WA, like was, sorry, Victorians, but like
we nailed it.
Yeah, we were sweet. There was one period where I thought they're going to lock the border between like Karratha and Geraldton, like Midwest and Pilbara. So like I went back to Gero and was like, I'm staying here, and the business will just have to figure it out, But like obviously then COVID happened, and that just created this like false economy, this false crazy like cycle where people just started to get like a lot of price increase. I think we had like 30% increase that year, and then it was pretty much 2021 to probably this year. Like it was just steady, like it was growing, but it wasn't crazy. Not everything would sell. Like some stuff you'd actually be like, you want too much, it's not going to happen. Take it off market, rent it out, kind of thing. And then, as I said before, like now it's just starting to creep up again, and it's pretty competitive again. Yeah.
So what sort of advice would you give to someone who's trying to buy their first home?
Oh, good question. And we see it a lot. I think the first thing is before you walk through an open home and start talking to people like me, you want to speak to a mortgage broker, and there's a few in town. It doesn't have to be in town, but there are some good operators in town as well. And make sure you know what you can spend.
Yeah.
There's nothing... you don't want to go and walk through a house and go, "Oh, I love it, I want to put an offer in." The first thing I'm going to ask you is, where's your finance at? Who's handling that? And you go, "Oh, I haven't done it yet." Your offer's not going to get looked at, because there's so many other, and it's competitive, and there's people that are onto their second or third purchase that you're going to be competing with. So you've got to, certain information we look for to go, this is concrete. And we talk to brokers and we say, how's Ben? Like, is he
good?
Yeah, he's working. Like, we'll ask you, where you work, and so we've sort of worked that out. Like definitely that. Like probably the other thing that a lot of people don't talk about is like get involved with the conveyancer early as well. Like,
that's smart.
because like they're the ones that actually settle the property. So you'll do a deal, and there's contract conditions, and there's the legal side of things. Conveyancers actually do that. So if you find one you like early, they'll guide you a little bit. And sometimes I know for us, when we are dealing with a first home buyer, we'll say, here's the contract. Because we work for the vendor, so we don't want to load it up with all these silly conditions. But I'll say to them, like, maybe take that to a conveyancer, have them review it, and let me know what you think. and then we can work on it from there.
Oh, that's good.
Just because, like, sometimes people put silly conditions in, and you're like, look, you're going to miss out if you put this in there. But like, that's probably from my perspective. I want to do the right thing by the buyer as well. Like, but go and get some advice from these people, because I can't give it to you.
No,
I work for the seller.
Yeah.
So they're probably two things, and then just be like clear, because you gotta be clear on what you're going to compromise on.
Yes,
because for your first purchase, like, don't think that your first house is going to be forever home, because it's not. Like, I think I'm on to my 5th now.
Yeah,
like, we've had kids and we've changed.
This
dynamics.
is my 3rd house.
There you go. Yeah, and then now you've got a child as well, and
That's right.
if you have another one, like, maybe it gets too small.
Yeah,
like, so don't be selling that. The best thing you do is just get into the market, and like, my sister did a good job. She bought a nice reno job.
Oh, renos are hard.
Yeah, I've seen yours, mate.
Yeah, yeah, you have actually.
Yeah. Not for me.
Yeah, not for me either.
I'm a paperwork guy.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, like, they're probably the 2 or 3 things, and then just don't be hung up on, like, it's got to have this. Like, if you're a couple as well, like, talk about what things are actually really important.
Yeah,
because you can normally find maybe, like, externally the house, especially in Karratha, like, maybe the outside's renovated and that's really important, but the inside's not. And you can work on that, or maybe it's vice versa, because they actually attract a different value and different type of buyer as well.
Yeah, that's true. Different families too.
Yeah.
So, what's been your most rewarding success story in Karratha, in real estate?
Oh,
got any that spring to mind?
I think the first thing that comes to mind from like a business point of view is like, probably taking out last year the top medium residential business in WA.
Yeah,
that's
really good.
It is. Yeah. We probably don't talk about it enough, but it probably just highlighted to us, because it's not that year. Like, you win it in 2024.
Oh yeah,
but it's not 2024. Like, it's the years of like buying out a competitor.
That's it.
Going from doing 30 deals to doing 150 deals. Like, it's just the lead up to that, and that sort of was the pinnacle of being like, all right, we're actually pretty good at what we do. Like, we know what we're doing. We've got some good systems, and we've got a good ethos. And it just, that was probably the pinnacle. Obviously, we've won a lot of awards. And that's, not, I hate talking about it, because I sound like a wanker, but
you got more awards than I do fridge magics. You know what I mean?
But we've got a pretty big trophy cabinet in the office, but like, they're always nice. And then probably the other one is like when Kelsey Hutchinson, who's been in our business for 3 years, when she won the Realmark Excellence Award, which is basically just, you're the best person at Realmark for that year.
That's cool.
Because it wasn't me, it wasn't Aline.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a sales or you wrote this much fees award. It was like, that's one of our people that we've helped develop. Yeah. And we've, she came to us with a bit of experience, but then we've like been able to mold her a different way and into our way of thinking and doing things. And so for her to win that was probably like, probably takes the cherry. Like,
oh, definitely.
Because it's one of your people.
Yeah.
And it's not about you.
So have you been a mentor to someone else as well?
Yeah, like Dylan Rakic, definitely. Kelsey, in different ways. Obviously, Dylan does what I do, list and sell property. So there's like a different level there. And then Kelsey's been more like head of property management and, and business development. So like, there's just different conversations, and one's male, one's female, different age bracket as well. I think in some way, I think I'm probably a mentor to all my staff in on some level, and whether that's indirectly or directly from the way I lead. But and then probably I've had like other agents that are not competitors here, but like that work for different agencies elsewhere that reach out to me and go like, "Oh, you do auctions? Like, how are you doing that?" Yeah. That's always really nice, and I love talking about it and helping them as well. But yeah, Dylan's probably like one of the better, I guess, case studies, if you like.
That's right.
Taking him.
I'll have to ask him.
Yeah. Nah, Jordan's useless.
That's it.
Yeah. So he worked in my team directly with me for, so in his sales business, we don't work in the same team anymore. It's the same business, but we do our own thing, and we still work together on some stuff. But initially he came in as just like a fresh face, sort of didn't know anything. He came from like, he was a cop for a bit.
Oh no.
for like a month, and then
a month. That
and then he was like the door-to-door sales. Like,
wow, no way.
What
did you do?
Talk about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I think it was like, I don't know, selling Red Cross or something like that. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but so he was like coming from that background. So I liked that, because it's like he's not afraid to
get out
do
there.
the cold stuff, do the hard stuff. And then obviously he worked in my team for about a year and a half. He actually left the business for a little bit, went to a competitor. Yep. Grass wasn't greener, came back. Yep. Obviously we were happy to have him back, and then he's just gone hard since then. Yeah, nailed
awesome. It. How'd you go? You did your first auction a while ago in-house?
So I called my first auction when I was like 19.
Oh, did you?
Like,
okay.
Yeah, I was like in a market where like auctions just don't happen. The market was dead. It was in Geraldton at the time.
Yeah.
Market was dead. Back then, like your average days on market was like 120.
Oh, so wow.
Yeah, months.
Oh.
And then like I was just trying to get property sold in under 25 days. Like that was my goal because there's a science behind that with selling property. And so yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna auction everything, and it kind of worked, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just like putting myself out
You're like,
there.
sure, you can have it.
Yeah. No, like literally, I'd turn up, call the auction, no one would be there. Like
really?
4 bystanders. Yeah, not like now where we turn up and there's like
Heaps.
50 bystanders and 6 bidders. So, but then Karratha did our first public auction. I think probably like 2021.
Oh yeah.
It was actually Dylan. Like we said, I think I'm gonna go auction. And I was like, all right, let's do it. You're like, why
That's
not?
tricky.
I wasn't thinking about it because I just had so many balls in the air that I was like, I want to do it. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It is more work. Like it's a lot more intense.
Sure.
And then he did it. It was a property on Majura Ramble, and like the photos and looking back on some of the video stuff from it. It's just you get a coffee van there. Like it's just such a good vibe.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was so cool. It
Set
is
the
cool. When it
scene.
happened. Yeah, it was awesome. And then from there, we just try to do them. The right properties, right vendors,
for sure.
that are keen for it. Yeah.
So you've got Realmark in Geraldton.
Just opened up Geraldton this year.
That's a big achievement.
Yeah, second office. Was thinking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
It'd been on my radar for a while. But with those things, I didn't want to do it at the compromise of Karratha as well. Like obviously that's my core business at the moment. And I was still listing and selling a lot myself. So that takes up a lot of time. And I think I never wanted to do a startup. Like I like acquiring rent rolls and then you've got reoccurring revenue straight away.
Yeah.
And then you can, a lot of time in those businesses, I find they've got a lot of like too much expenses.
Yeah.
And that could be too many subscriptions or people and stuff like that. And because we've got economies of scale with quite a big business in Karratha already, we can, like plug Geraldton in.
That's
We've
right.
got the same systems.
Yeah.
You can have staff working for both businesses and stuff like that, which is what we got. We just ended up picking up like a 70, 80 property rent roll.
Oh, yeah.
I know we've already grown that to about 130
Nice.
naturally, which is, again, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
But we're going through the fit out stage and it's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
I hate doing that. Unless someone else can do that.
Yeah. Handball for sure.
Yep. Just make sure it looks
Or
pretty.
foot pass because you're a soccer guy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So how do you manage your time? Like, what's your day-to-day schedule look like?
Yeah, well, it obviously changes because I've got like I said, more staff now, and like I'm more required at times as a director and to like coach people on situations. But I think like at my peak and when I'm doing what I really love doing and just listing and selling property, we run a pretty simple formula, and what I teach the guys is, AM you're on the phone, PM you're doing appointments. So it's just a simple rule of like, if you're not in front of a customer, you're on the phone, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because the way I've built the business is like all the admin's handled by someone else. So as a salesperson, you just got to be on the phone and in front of a customer.
Yeah.
So anyone that's like dealt with us has probably felt it, where like our follow-up's pretty prolific. Like if you come through an open home, like you're getting hit that day, you're getting hit again on Monday, getting hit again on Wednesday. Like that's a system around that. So all calls and calls is just like prospecting. We call it prospecting. It's just, we might sell a house in your street. Like you probably get a call from us like, hey Ben, we just sold one around a corner. How's things with you? Like you might not want anything right now, but we just like keep you informed. And you might go, actually, I might buy another one. If that went for that, I might buy another one.
Yeah, or you might sell.
Yeah, or actually, I would sell if you had to buy it at 8. I'd probably sell it. Okay, let's come see it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
how you want that to look, and that's how we sort of generate a lot of our business.
Yeah,
and it's not like in a pushy way. Like, do you want to see a house?
Like, it's business.
Yeah, it's just
as well.
It's just like we're keeping you informed with what's going on. If you need us, we're here. But if you don't, that's also fine. We're going to call your neighbour anyway. Like,
that's right.
We're just going to work the street and work this whole pocket.
Yeah.
So we do that, and then the afternoon is just like literally appointments. So it might, when I was like my best year, I did like 120 sales. I think it was 110, 120. So I was probably doing like 3-4 appraisals a day.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday night open for inspections would be probably like 8 across the 2 days. Plus Saturdays would be like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And then auctions on top. So then, there wasn't a lot of...
That is a lot.
It's a lot, yes. But like, I think people don't realise that's what real estate is. Like it is, it's 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Like if you're a high performing, agent, if you can do it part time, but you're not going to get any cut through.
Yeah.
And as the industry evolves because now it used to be like an agent and an assistant. Now it's like an agent, an assistant, an ops manager, another agent, and that's one team. So if you're going up against that, like it's pretty hard to beat. So I think that's where the industry would go. But yeah, I think I just try to stay out of my emails. Like if anyone tries to email me, I'm not very good at it.
Yeah.
I'd rather talk to you. But text and phone, like I'm quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, emails, if someone sends me a long email, like more than a paragraph, I'm like, oh,
Too much to read.
I'm not going to respond to that,
Yeah.
you know. Like I do, but it's going to be a while. It could be a couple of days.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think face-to-face communication is a lot better.
Definitely.
If we did this on Zoom, it's
Yeah,
not as
just-
good. You don't
nah.
feel the same, you know.
Nah, can't
So-
feel the energy.
Exactly.
You need the
Yeah,
energy.
the vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, your wife's part of the business as well?
She is, yeah. Yep.
And what's her role?
Well, at the moment, I'm being a mum.
Yeah.
So,
2 full-time roles.
yeah, 2 full-time roles. Yeah, she's superwoman. Like, I think a lot of people don't realise, like, Aline's a lot of the glue in the business. I think I've obviously been a lot of the face of it, and I'm on the videos, and I'm doing all the stuff, and, like, spearhead, like, we're going here, let's go.
Yeah.
But she's definitely, like, the balance between us is she's very calm, very elegant in her approach, very good nurturer, whereas I'm very, like, direct, forward, let's go, let's make it happen.
Action.
Yeah, high action, and she's high nurture. So we really balance each other out with that, which is, like, our secret sauce.
Yeah.
But, like, her role has always been, you know, like, the systems, the people, especially within the property management side of things. I tried to stay as much out of it as I can. Then we started having kids, and that's where probably my role changed a bit,
shifted.
where I sort of had to kind of do a bit of both and had employ some people around me that could assist with that. But yeah, that would be like her forte, and she's a great like systems person. Yeah, is amazing just like with people.
Yeah.
Like if there's someone that's upset, which like it happens, she's really good at diffusing those
I mean,
situations. And
that's the right character for property management.
yeah,
That's
it's a thankless job.
one of, it's one of the hardest for
It
sure.
is, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because people just see, hey, this was what's gone wrong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
They'll
one of the
often
hard
stick.
things is like with all your landlords is most of the time you're speaking to them, it's something's happened, you know, and you try to come up with ways to speak to them in a positive light. And, oh, we've got some good news, your tenant's paid rent or something like that. But yeah, like that is the nature of the industry a little bit. And property management is a bit of a thankless job. Like sometimes the PMs end up just being a punching bag for a tenant and an owner at the same time. Yeah, which is difficult. I sort of think that's probably one of the hard things with things like being a business owner in Karratha is you got things like moan and groan. I try to stay out of it completely. I think I've only ever responded to one thing. I think a lot of the things that get written on there about any business is unfair.
well, it's one-sided.
It's always one-sided. You don't know what's going on behind doors, like with staff shortages. Like people are still like people and going through stuff or whatever. And there's always more to it. No one opens a business to do a bad job. Like everyone fully starts out with the intention of like, this is going to be amazing and we're going to be amazing at this. Does it go right all the time? Definitely not. Like I'll put my hand up straight away and say that sometimes our systems break down or something just gets missed because you have a new person and they're in training and something gets missed and they've got to learn from that. But yeah, I don't like that side of things where people these days can just like smash you online, you know, write a Google review that's like completely unfair. And we've had it. We've had a client where we've done everything right for 5 years. One thing went wrong at the end. And then it was like 1-star review. And it's like, what about all the other 5 years where we like sorted that, did that, So that's the part of business that I think is like, you sort of go, what am I to do with that? You know? And then you try and defend yourself and you just look like a dickhead anyway. So you just don't give it any air.
That's right. So, all right. So what's been your biggest failure in a business? Or learning?
Yeah, definitely around like people. I think like I've had 14 PAs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And not of all of it's because like I'm a bad boss or anything like that. It's just I think it took me a while to accept that people aren't as real estate crazy as I am, and like I'm a bit sick for it. Like I just love it, and I probably had like assistants and stuff like that where I was like, oh, you know, like Easter weekend we've got to do these opens, like let's go, and they're like, no, it's Easter, and I'm like, no, like that's 20 grand comp, like let's go, like, we've got to sell it, and probably burnt some people like with that. Definitely like recruiting. Probably recruiting the wrong people. Okay. Or just trying to fill a gap instead of being like, all right, it sucks that we don't have a person for that particular role right now. But we can cover it in different ways and just being like, oh, we'll just recruit Ben because he's here. And then like Ben's no good, you know, and then we've got to let him go. So like that pain of doing that is is always way more costly culturally for the business, like with your people. And the cleanup is always worse than just like not hiring them in the first place. So I think now I'm more ruthless with recruiting, where I'm like, if it's not like 3 like full body yes, then I'm like, maybe not. Yeah.
Good learning.
Yeah.
Having
Definitely.
the right team is key. I mean, especially in real estate, right?
Yeah,
Because it's
such
such
a people game.
Exactly, so social.
Definitely. You know? Probably that's probably like the ones where I had to have a good look at myself and be like, okay, how do I show up as a mentor, as a leader? And then probably on a more personal level was probably imposter syndrome. Like when we started getting good momentum, like I went from 38 deals in my first year to 98. So I did an extra, 60 deals, having an assistant, having this rent roll that I was like a part of, doing all these videos, and just probably not feeling like I'd earned that. Yeah. And that was like a bit tough. So I had to like keep proving to myself that I was doing the work. So I had to like keep doing it year after year. Whereas now I'm like less attached, you know, like I'm like, if I do 100, if I do 60, whatever. Like,
so you ever thought about, like, I know you're passionate for real estate.
Yeah.
But you ever think about like stepping not away from business, but like taking more of a backseat, being more of a director?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think it's like in motion now. It's on the cards, at the right time. You obviously got to, I've got to rely on Dylan more and develop other people. I think that's probably like a new passion of mine is trying to share with people that come work for me how to get to where I got to. Like, the old thing in real estate is like write $1 million. That's the big star at the top. Like, that's what the industry teaches you, so to speak. All the coaches talk about write $1 million. But it's not for everyone. Like, I've got a wonderful lady in our business now who's got 3 kids. She's selling. She doesn't want to do that. Like, because I also know what it takes from you. Like, it's 7 days a week, and you're not going to see your family. So, so if you want that, I can get you there. But if you just want to write, $500,000 and have a good income and be at all the school assemblies and do that, it's good for that too. So yeah, I think to answer your question, I think that'll naturally happen at some point because I've got my own young kids now. Like I've got a 12, 3 who turns 4 soon, a 2-year-old, and another one due next month. Like,
congratulations, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
But the dynamic changes. Like I can't. I've got to be at home with my kids,
and you want to
be home for dinner. Whereas when go back to 2019, 2020, Jordan, it was like
no time.
6 till
kids
bloody 8 o'clock at night. They just went there. So so I could just work all the time.
So how do you manage your personal time then? Like separating that work to
it's difficult. It is difficult because real estate is just so full on all the time. And I wouldn't say I'm the best at it. I think my personal time, I just try to keep my mental health good with like I've trained in the gym at 5 o'clock every morning for like the last 10 years. That's just my time. That's my thing. Music on. And I just try to do something. Like there's obviously times where you're not that keen on going to the gym, but I just maybe do a 2K run and do something. So that for me has always been like the foundation. And if I go a couple of days without training, then I'm like, get a bit weird. And and then I think on top of that, it's like just not drinking too much alcohol, like stay healthy, eat well. Like I said, it's an energy business. So, and that's probably from a mentoring point of view with my team. It's like, I talk to them more about that than I do about the mechanics of listing and selling. It's like, take your day off. Like, don't answer my calls. Like, I shouldn't call you on your day off, but I just forget. But I'm like, don't answer. Like, don't book appointments on your day off. Like, you need that time. Cause I've been burnt out. I've been in hospital with burnout before. So, so I think with my personal time, I just try and have a day off every week, and I'm better at it now because I do have more kids, and I do like really want to spend time with them away from my devices and just diverting my phone and being okay that because this is the challenge. It's being okay that all right, you might not get back to everyone, they might be upset, but that's okay because there's always someone else to get back to. Like at the volume we do, there's just always more coming. If it's not property management, it's sales. If it's not that, it's a staff member. So I think I've just had to develop some boundaries around like, that's my day off. I'm not available.
Do you turn your phone off?
I just divert it and then I put it away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you put it away to stop you from...
Scrolling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bit of a social
and then
scroller?
checking my emails as well. Because like could be a deal on the go and I'm like...
in your head
just
a little bit.
Put it together. Like, just make sure it happens, because like an assistant will doing it or something. So I'm like, just got to make sure it goes through. So... Yeah, cool. I still do that a little bit. It's a bit hard to switch off from that. But yeah, like social media is another one. Like
Easy.
It's got me.
Doesn't have me. I'm just dodging and weaving.
Yeah, a ninja. Yeah.
I used to love it, and then I just thought it just wastes time.
Yeah,
and I'd rather do
that's
something
exactly.
like this, productive, have a conversation,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and then get on social media for this purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
I think I like had this thing in my head where I was like, no, I need to have it for work, and I've got like a brand and blah blah blah
You
that
don't.
I'm trying to build, which I don't, you know. Yeah, but I'm like, I actually just build a process now where like a VA handles it.
Yeah.
The content gets delivered to my VA.
Yeah.
I don't even know what goes out on my
Perfect.
socials anymore. I don't
Yeah.
post anything personally anymore.
I need that VA for this.
Yeah. I'll hook you up. Yeah,
Cheers.
definitely.
So, I was speaking on that then. How important is digital marketing and branding?
Yeah, it's a good question, especially for our game, because I think I see a lot of agents spend too much time on it and they just don't do the grunt work.
Yeah.
Like you just can't replace calling someone
Yeah.
and sitting with someone. So it is important, but it's not the be all and end all. And I can tell you now, no one's ever bought a house off me from Facebook.
Okay.
No one's ever called me off an Instagram post.
Yeah.
Do I have a level of brand where people like see the way we market property and over time they go, oh, fuck, I'm going to sell now. I'll call Realmark.
Yeah.
I've seen their videos over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Just over time. It helps from that perspective. But like the leads that come from, if I'm selling your house and we're like, let's do it on Facebook. In my experience, the leads that come from Facebook are just like dead leads. You know, like,
they're bots, Russian bots.
I'll give you 500, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, mate, it's 700k house. You know, you're like,
You're not getting it.
Yeah, you're not getting it. Yeah. Or they don't want to bid at auction, whatever. Like, so, so it's important from a brand perspective over time. It's kind of like the old school newspaper. That's how I see it. And or the letter drop, you know, we used to do that a lot. So I think it's good from that, but it's not the be all and end all for me. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I probably spent too much money on it, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you had the billboard.
The billboard, yeah. That's a
That
good
was
story.
there for a while.
Yeah, 4 years.
4 years. Did you pay for it for 4 years, or you just paid for it for?
No, so the story goes, I had the land estate there next to it, Jingari, and I don't know if you know what happened with Pindan, but Pindan went under, and they were the landholders, the owners. Anyway, somehow they kept all the land, or I don't know how they did it, but it's irrelevant. But I was like, look, you got these billboards that were put up back in when Shire of Roeburn days, 2010 last property boom, and they've still got Ray White's logo on it. Who had the authority back then, and they were just sunburnt. Like, to the max.
You got pretty sunburnt on there.
Yeah, I did.
You were there for a while.
Yeah, I was.
I was like, maybe you should like a little bit of paint.
Yeah, I was surprised I didn't get tagged. Like,
for a long time.
I was for sure like
even I thought about putting a mustache on you.
Yeah, I for sure thought someone was going to draw a dick on my head, like, or colour in my tooth or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, like I did a deal with him where I said, well, I'll pay for them to be reskinned, but I get one, and he's like,
nice.
yep, go nuts.
Sweet.
So that's how the billboard happened.
That's good.
That was massive for us.
Was it?
Yeah, because we were just the new kids on the block.
Yeah. Bam, got a billboard.
And we had a billboard, and then like the amount of people that recognized me, like, I've seen you somewhere. I'm like, the billboard? And they're like, oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
And then we started adding video and stuff on top, and then our brand just got built from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up having like the council come after me a bit for it, trying to make me remove it, and I was like, I didn't install it.
Yeah.
You can have it, you know. And after 4 years, in the end, we just came to an arrangement where I was like, you just take it, you know. I don't need it, and I'm not removing it. I didn't put it up. Do you know how deep that thing is in the ground? It costs like 50 grand to remove. I'm not doing that. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I got that. And
that's cool.
Yeah, I was very lucky.
Yeah,
I was very lucky.
Yeah. Well, first thing you drive into town, you're like,
I know everyone who works at the gas plant or out at Rio who lived in Karratha had to see it. If you came in from the airport, you had to see it. So yeah, it was really good.
Good marketing.
Yeah, but I stopped going out after that.
Yeah.
So I was starting to get recognised.
Yeah, get photos.
Yeah.
Autographs.
That's it. Yeah. Kissing babies' heads.
Yeah. So what? You're out of Karratha now. You moved out.
On some level, like I've been doing FIFO probably since COVID, a little bit, because like I have my oldest son lives in Geraldton from a previous relationship, so I've always had that tie there. I think probably for the last 2 or 3 years I've done the whole 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and that forced me to like build a big team around me to do different stuff and teach them how to deal with owners and list property and stuff. That was like a big move. It was pretty scary because I thought, if I'm not here, what are people going to think? And but that's probably what a good thing came from COVID, is that people were really accepting of you not necessarily being there. As long as they could talk to you, and we're pretty good at we're really good at getting back to people and being available, and just, I think if people just knew we were on it, that eradicated that.
Yeah.
And it did. Like, I've sold a lot of property at airports, and like the deals happen on the phone most of the time. So And then we just pre-book all our auctions for when I'm here. So like we'll just like in 3 weeks we've got 4 in 4 days.
Oh, so you just
I just go
knock 'em
bang.
out.
We're doing 4.
Yeah, sweet.
And then obviously when I have a baby, like I'll take 2 months off, have a break, which
Will
I'm due
you
for.
put your phone divert away? Or are you
Yeah. Not the whole time, but there'll
Yeah.
definitely be periods where I'm like, yo, I'm not available and I'm not doing anything.
sometimes there's not much you can do.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a $2 million home.
Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
Yeah, we're having a boy. Another one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How many you got now?
This will be number 4. And
So you got
this will be
3
3 boys and
3 boys,
a
1
girl. Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, but, your girl will be happily right now.
Yeah, well, Nova is an interesting child. She has a really rare genetic condition called Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome, which is like one in I think it's like 125,000 kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
so-
actually pretty common.
Yeah, when I say it out loud, it sounds it, but then there's only like 4 or 5 in Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Like I don't know. I don't know how many kids are born every year. I don't know
that's it.
how rare it is, but yeah. So she's pretty unique. So not only is she the only girl, she's like special needs and non-verbal and stuff. But she's I think that was like gives me a lot of perspective because I think life used to just be all about real estate and business, and then now I'm like I have a bad day and I'm like, fuck, I guess. You know, like,
that's it.
Kids do that to you.
Yeah. They change your perspective for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what do you like to do in your free time? So you got time. You get your 1 day off. Your phone's diverted.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Honestly, I rest.
Do you?
Yeah, I just rest.
That's
like,
good.
and I might spend like I like gardening.
Oh, yeah.
I do like gardening and trying to have a veggie garden. But normally when I have my day off, like I'm cooked. I'm pretty cooked. And I just try to rest. Or me and Aline will go. We love eating out, so we'll go have breakfast somewhere or go out for lunch. And like it lines up really well. The kids are in daycare that day, so especially now. So we just try and spend time together. And try not to talk about work. Or whatever's going on in the business, which is something when you're in business with your partner, you have to like build these boundaries to not have it and not to not talk about work. But yeah, honestly, like whatever's going, like these days it's just like hang out with the kids, go to the gym, listen to music, and rest. You're like, I like to read. I read a lot.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I probably read 3 or 4 books a month. I try to.
What style of books you
just
read?
anything like business, personal development, spirituality.
Oh yeah.
Anything just
Are
along
you a
those lines.
spiritual guy?
I wouldn't say I'm like ultra spiritual, but I've certainly, I'm not like, that's woo-woo stuff. Like I have I think some sort of understanding that there's more beyond this existence of what we call it or what we understand it as, and whatever that is, call it God or higher consciousness, whatever you want to call it. I've certainly had like experiences with like psychedelic therapy and sat in darkness for 5 days.
You did tell me that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
What prompted the 5 days? Were you just like, I got to do something different?
I think I was at a crossroads just in my, like I'd been doing real estate at that point for like coming up to 10 years, I think. I think I was just mentally drained and just unsure about like what the next thing to do was. And like in the lead up to that, I'd done like lots of breath work and I'd sat with mushrooms a few times and, and that's not like at a party. It was like in a very controlled environment. But I was probably just like a bit depressed, to be honest, and just mentally cooked. And I was just like, I just need to go and do something. And I'd heard on a guy called Aubrey Marcus do the Darkest Retreat. So I'd heard him talk about it on his podcast, and I just felt something in me go, that's where you need to go.
Try it.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah.
But yeah, how it was. So you go into this. It's actually like a lady's house. Like imagine your house, but it's like 2-3 story. I went to Germany to do it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to go to Germany.
Yeah. Bit of darkness over there.
Yeah. The darkness is more dark. Yeah. And you're just in this room basically, and it wouldn't be much bigger than the room we're in now. And it has a little bathroom. You have a sink. You got to remember where you put all your clothes. And it was freezing, like especially coming from Karratha. I was like, fuck, it's cold. So I had to lay all my clothes out. I think the first like 36 hours I slept.
Oh really?
Just had the deepest of sleeps. Like I think I slept for over a day because I had an Oura ring on, which like tracks your sleep.
Oh yeah.
So I checked the data when I got out. I was like, fuck, I slept for 30 hours. Like, that's
crazy.
insane. But then after that, I didn't sleep at all. So for the remaining, because I was in there for 96 hours all up. So the remaining like 60 odd hours, I didn't sleep.
And when you say darkness, it's completely
pitch black. I put your hand in front of you. You know when you're in a dark room, you put your hand, you still
like
see
a float
your hand.
tank.
Yeah. Like exactly like a float tank. Yeah. Just pitch black. And the idea is that once you've been in darkness for long enough and been not enough sleep, because you don't produce any melatonin because you're not sleeping.
Oh yeah.
You then can have a psychedelic experience.
Oh, wow.
And meet consciousness. That's what people report. And there was a guy in the room next to me who'd been doing it for 3 months. Like he's in there for 3 months.
Holy shit.
Yeah, insane. Yeah.
That is insane.
So I mean, my 5 days is nothing compared to some other people. But I think the main thing, like 2 or 3 things that I really got from that experience, and it was grueling. Like that after I couldn't sleep, like it was hard. You know, 'cause just no phone, there's no distraction. You're just with yourself.
Yeah.
Was like probably realizing that like we're all going to die. And that sounds morbid, but it's like we'll die, and then probably a week later, like everyone will go back to normal.
Yeah.
Like really,
Life continues.
That's kind of what happens.
It
Yeah.
is.
And so like you're important and you're awesome as an individual, but the world doesn't revolve around you. So, and then I think that removed a lot of fear about things I want to go and do, and like how big I want to build my business, and my own aspirations of being like, oh, well, I won't do the podcast because people might judge me. I'm like, who cares, man? I'm going to die. Like, it doesn't matter. If I try and expand my business, it falls apart. I went down swinging. I had a really good crack.
Yeah.
So it removed a lot of that fear and doubt around that stuff. And then probably just like realizing there's probably only 2 to 3 people in my network, and that's like close, my mum and dad, my wife, that actually thought about me every day.
Yeah.
You know, that like they're the people that are most important to you, and to keep them close and you know, cherish
And put time into them
put
as
time
well.
into those relationships,
Yeah.
rather than, you know, overworking or like spending it with people that, you know, like I said, when you
Don't
die,
matter.
like don't matter, you know, like So that was like really insightful, and at the time it was just I was trying to hit the reset button on my mind. Yeah.
Did you have any psychedelic experiences when you?
I didn't. No. And I think in a lot of ways, I probably told too many people I was going, so I placed this unconscious expectation that something was going to happen.
Yeah.
Rather than if I go again, and I will go again,
do it.
I'm just going to go and not tell anyone.
Yeah.
And just there's no expectation on what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I kind of felt like I was telling everyone like, you do this thing and you do this psychedelic experience, and then it didn't happen. I was like, fuck, what am I going to tell people?
Yeah. Well, I did some breath work with Harley, like I was saying before, my last guest, and went there for a session. It was awesome.
Yeah. How long did you breathe for?
Eternity? I don't know. It was a long. I think maybe like
time is a construct.
Maybe like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was
goes quick. Hey?
It goes quick, and you know.
Did you get tetany?
Tetany?
It's like when your hands lock
the
up.
claw?
Yeah, the claw.
thing?
Yeah.
Nah, but I was feeling electric.
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, yeah, this is happening."
Yeah.
So
breathwork's been like one of my go-tos when I'm a bit off track mentally, and you know.
So you just set a bit of time aside and do it, or?
Yeah, or I'll get a Harley type person, and they're everywhere really. Like you know, I love it like in when you do it in a group session, because the energy of the room like it's there.
Yeah.
And man, I reckon I've had a lot of cathartic releases, and
that's good.
Let go of a lot that is just built up in us, you know, whether people like to admit it or not.
I think sometimes you don't notice it. That's the thing.
No, you don't. You get used to it. You think it's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's like the whole thing with like mental health and stuff. It's like people think that's normal.
Yeah.
And they don't do the practices of whether it's breath work or some meditation or training the gym and stuff like that. To like, for me, it's just a mental game.
Yeah.
It's not about physique at all. It's actually just about
pushing yourself.
Yeah, and doing what's right for the mind to be able to do what you got to do. I think of it like a container.
Oh yeah.
And like if you are stressed all the time, or you've got trauma that's built up, your container like shrinks. Like you can't handle as much.
Oh, that's smart.
And so the breath work and, you know, whatever your medicine is, like there's so much you can do, like expands the container so you can hold more.
Yeah.
That's just like my simplest analogy for it.
That's a good way to think about it.
So when I'm like a bit like flying off the handle, or find I'm getting a bit like edgy, you know, someone's pissing me off and I react a bad way, I'm like, oh, my container's getting a bit small.
Oh, that's smart. All right. So, what's something not many people know about you?
How honest do I want to be?
Very honest, mate. This is like you're saying, no judgment, doesn't matter.
I think a lot of people would know about me, especially around Karratha. There's probably definitely like 18 to 21. Like a lot of people experiment with different substances and stuff, but I definitely developed a pretty bad drug habit.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was
Oh, yeah.
pretty in a bad place. I was very lucky that like mum and dad helped me back then, and that was probably more like 16 to 19, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I was just because I had a kid when I was 18, and it was just a lot
Yeah.
to handle.
Well, you're a kid yourself, really.
Yeah, like I was just like, fuck, I'm just start this real estate thing, and then bang, you know, you're like, and I'm responsible for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that I probably had that drug addiction, drug habit, whatever you want to call it. And there's like 6 or 8 months in my life, right? I just like don't remember anything. Like I've had mates tell me like, do you remember this thing or that time at the Tambray or whatever? And I'm like, nah. Like,
what was your drug of choice?
I was hooked on the synthetic marijuana.
Oh, that was so bad.
It was called Chronic. Yeah,
I remember it.
But
Yeah.
I was
It's
and a
hectic.
lot of people in my community, like my social circle, like we're the same. I actually consider myself pretty lucky because I got away and I've done some great things.
Yeah.
But others didn't. You know. But it was just like around that time, and I don't think people really knew because you could just get it over the counter.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like you had to go to some stick house and get it. It was over the counter and
Everyone was like, "This is fine. It's good.
Yeah, it's synthetic.
Must be all right. The government says it's cool."
Yeah. And so I just got wrecked on that really.
Damn.
And it just made me really dopey and just no motivation for anything. And I was probably in a bit of a poor me state because of having a child so young, and then separating from that woman in pretty like dramatic fashion.
Yeah.
So I sort of had to claw my way back from that really.
How'd you do that?
My mum actually helped me like wean off. Like,
Yep.
I just basically wasn't allowed to leave the house. That's literally she locked
Good
me
on
up.
you, mum.
Yeah.
What's your mum's name?
Sherry. Yeah.
Sherry.
Go, Mumsy.
You're a legend.
Love you.
Yeah. Mumsy.
I call her Mumsy. Yeah. Or Shezza. So yeah, that was that. That was probably the first step, and then she just kind of said like, I don't know, like read. I don't know. Somehow I ended up with these books, and they were real estate books. Funny enough, written by a guy called John McGrath, who's like the icon of real estate in Australia. And that book, he talked about like just like building a life and how to do that and laying some foundations. And that's when I started training. And then like 3 or 4 months after that, I got back into real estate and then I got serious about life at that point. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
And then
mate.
it was just bit by bit after that. Yeah.
Clawing your way back.
Clawing my way back. Yeah. Still doing it. Yeah. Still doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to the fast fire questions.
All right. Top of my head, eh?
Top of your head.
Okay.
Fast fire for a reason.
Okay, got it.
Here we go. Oh, do you drink coffee?
Yeah.
Best
I'm a real
cof-
estate agent.
Yeah, I figured.
Too much coffee.
All right, what's the best coffee in Karratha?
Lows.
Definitely. First job you ever had?
Worked at Chicken Treat here in Karratha.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I'm surprised it's still going.
We used to run out of chicken because I'd sell it all.
Yeah,
I was
salesman.
that good. No, I just didn't cook enough.
Smart. Dream holiday destination?
Ooh, I'd like to do Europe. I haven't done Europe
Haven't
properly.
you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'd like
Well,
to
you
do
did
Europe.
Germany.
Yeah, for a darkest retreat. I wasn't really like leisureling around, but I see like people's, Instagrams and they're doing it in Europe. I'm like, fuck, that looks cool.
Yeah. Book or podcast recommendation?
Book would be 5 Regrets of the Dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's. I can't remember her name, but she was a palliative carer.
Oh, yeah.
For people dying. She did that for a long time, and it's just a summary of what what most commonly people say when they're dying. Like,
Wow.
Be true to yourself. Or live a life that's true to yourself. There's 4 or 5 in there. I can't remember what exactly they are right now, but yeah, it was like really eye opening.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, that was one I read this year that I thought, fuck, that was a good book.
Yeah. What about podcast?
Probably
Craft Chronicles.
Chasing Optimum with Matt Steinway. He's a bit of a
Okay.
real estate guy, but he digresses from that and he talks about, he's 50 years old and he's like the fittest dude around and he's all about gut health and and he has a similar, like a more intense story than me where he was homeless and on Australia's Most Wanted and stuff.
Wow.
So he's been through some stuff with like his son committed suicide last year and
wow.
he just talks openly about all that and I think it just gives good perspective of, it's not that bad, whatever's going on. Yeah.
Wow, I'll check that out for sure. Favorite spot to unwind?
Just at home.
Home?
Yeah, I got an acreage property in Geraldton,
nice.
so we have no neighbours. Got like the neighbours' sheep on there, so I just sit at the front, read a book, and let the kids run around on
Nice.
the trampoline. So yeah, that's my spot to unwind.
How many acres?
Too many. Yeah, I
it?
don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
Ride on lawnmower?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What's the most used app on your phone?
Outlook email.
Outlook. Yeah. What's the funniest thing you've seen during an inspection or sale?
I once had a dog run through the house at an open home.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I once had a, this is another one that's pretty funny. Well, it's not funny. It depends who you are. But we had this home open and I had a trainee with me.
Oh, yeah.
And it was their first open for inspection. This family comes through with their 5 kids. And they're a little bit rough. And then the owner's cat was still there at the home open. And one of the kids grabs the cat by the tail and is like carrying it around. And I'm like, oh my God, like I've got to put an end to this. But yeah, you see some funny stuff. Like some people just let their kids go and you're like, mate, this is someone's house. Like, look up.
It's not your house yet.
Yeah. You got to actually sign the deal. Yeah.
Boundaries. All right. So cats or dogs then?
Oh, cats.
Cats?
Yeah, I'm a cats guy.
Okay. Cats.
Yeah.
Is that because it's the Karratha cats?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm a
Is that
falcon.
falcons?
Yeah.
What's one thing you can't live without?
Sound cheesy, but probably Elaine. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. She's me rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you weren't in real estate, what career would you choose?
Probably like, honestly, I don't know. Probably like broking or something like that. Just like another cousin to it. Yeah. I think it'd be
Sort
good
of
at that.
aligned
Just
to
like
real estate.
aligned with what I do. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do anything else, to be honest. I think I'll do this forever.
Nice.
Yeah. I love it.
Found your passion.
Yeah. I'm very lucky. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Very lucky.
All right. And then what's one piece of advice or knowledge that you want to pass on to someone?
Rush slowly. Yeah, rush slowly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've at times forced things to happen, whether it's in business or in life, around how quickly I want to get somewhere. And then you get there and you're like, there's always that next horizon.
Yeah.
So I think it's just really about enjoying the process. And like the example I'll give is, like I said before, when you're getting real estate, say, right, $1 million. And like I was chasing that for so long and was like just so intense about it. And then I got there and it was like the new financial year ticked over and I was back at zero. And there was no confetti. There was no no one gave a shit. Yeah, it was still a good personal sense of achievement, but it's like you just got to do it again.
Yeah.
And there was another Northern Star, like another thing. So I think just rush slowly, enjoy the process of whatever it is you're trying to build. Yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks so much, mate. Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it, and I'll definitely see you again.
You will. Yeah.
Cheers, bro.
We'll see your house.
Yeah. Definitely. Thanks, mate.
No worries.
That's a wrap on today's episode with Jordan James. Proof that with the right mindset, you can turn life's rough patches into prime property. Thanks for tuning into Karratha Chronicles. And remember, whether it's in real estate or life, the key is to build on solid ground. Subscribe and follow for more stories that are worth their weight in gold and maybe a little bit of equity too.